Do you eat protein bars?
Yes, I do.
I eat protein bars maybe once a day.
Maybe like twice a week.
Once a week.
I probably eat half a protein bar every day.
Once or twice a day.
It's a quick fix when I don't have time to eat a meal when I'm at work.
Yeah, after workout. Yeah, maybe a snack.
I think protein bars are more healthy than deep fried snacks and sugary snacks like donuts.
Protein bars definitely more healthy than chips.
Yeah, do you happen to eat any?
Most people I spoke to eat protein bars at least once in 2 weeks, and they all think it's a relatively healthy fix.
What do you look for in a protein bar? In Singapore, we spent $5.1 million on protein bars in 2020. That increased to $6.8 million in 2025. We're buying more protein bars than ever. But do we really know what's in them, and are they any good for us?
So, for the sake of all you Talking Point fans,
I want to find out what these ingredients are and how much protein is in each bar. And the best way to find out is to make one myself.
step into any supermarket these days and you easily find these: protein powder, protein shakes, protein chips, protein milk, yogurt, porridge, and bars. These protein-enhanced foods often claim to have 10 to 40 grams of protein, have low or no added sugar, keep you fuller, and will give you a quick energy boost. To understand this protein boom, I'm bringing some popular protein-enhanced foods to He Xiaoyu from Glambia, a global nutrition company which manufactures ingredients for many leading protein brands. Xiaoyu helps brands develop new protein-enhanced foods.
There's three main categories: protein powders, protein beverages, and protein snacks.
So what's the difference?
Typically, the regular gym growers goes for a protein powder product.
Do they use it in a protein shake? Like I've seen people doing it, they add the powder and then they shake it up to drink.
Yeah, certainly. That's the way to have it. But also people are using protein powder to prepare at home. Maybe you can make overnight protein enhanced oatmeal, or maybe you can make a protein pancake at home. Whereas some consumers with a busy lifestyle pick a protein drink, or instead of skipping meals, have a protein bar, or after so many meetings, and you may just want a guilt-free treat.
So the reason for all these snacks is because we all like snacking. So we're trying to find a healthier way to do it. And which is the most popular?
The biggest category still remain protein bars.
So why do you think the protein bar is more popular?
So bar give us opportunity to eat at a convenient format. And secondly, it's a healthy way of snacking. It gives you a lot of protein. Typically, a bar maybe have a higher protein than some of the other snacking formats. And lastly, it's a really good way to give yourself a guilty pleasure treat.
Yeah, I think it just looks more healthy than a donut or a bag of chips, So how popular are protein bars?
Take bar as an example. Before COVID, there's maybe 3-4 brands available in Singapore, but now, after COVID, we see about more than 30 brands available.
And why did this boom happen?
Certainly, it's driven by a consumer behavior shift. So first of all, we see more consumer engaging in active lifestyle. Secondly, the awareness about protein and healthy diet is getting more and more, and people are more aware protein is good for muscle health, satiety, healthy aging. Thirdly, we have an increasing aging population that protein play a critical role for healthy aging, particularly, for example, preventing age-related disease like sarcopenia. And fourthly, there's more willingness to spend for a high-protein diet and a healthier diet.
To better understand what's inside these protein bars, I printed the ingredients list of 10 of the most popular protein bars sold in Singapore. Each of them has at least 8 to 18 ingredients, and many are words that I don't even recognize. To help me understand why we need all these ingredients in a protein bar, I'm bringing my questions to a chef with over 25 years of culinary experience. He's helping me to recreate a commercial protein bar from scratch.
Hello, chef. Wow, there's so many ingredients here. All this in just one protein bar.
Yes, and there can be even more, up to over 20 ingredients in a commercial protein bar.
Oh, really? And why are there so many ingredients?
Well, a lot of these ingredients actually to make it taste better, to improve the texture of the product.
Also things like preservatives and additives.
And also things that you cannot find in a supermarket like sugar alcohol and certain types of fibers which help to bulk up the product as well.
Okay.
It's normally ordered in from factories and it's not available commercially to the public. This is the protein powder. Would you like to have a taste?
Sure. Doesn't look very... Doesn't taste very good on its own.
It's all the protein content in here, but on its own, it's just not very palatable.
Okay, so that's the trick. How do we put that into a bar and make it taste good?
So we'll start with the dry ingredients.
Right.
We have our nuts and our protein.
Fairly straightforward.
So I'm adding our peanuts, and this will give it a nice nutty flavor and also a good texture.
So you can go nuts and everyone.
The oats provide bulk.
Yeah, maybe I can help you with that. Yeah, everything is dry. I cannot imagine how this can become a protein bar.
After that, we also have to incorporate our liquid ingredients. This is actually the xanthan gum.
Oh, this stuff.
It's basically a thick liquid. And this is also sort of glue that holds it all together. So this is glucose.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be adding it to this.
I'll help give it a stir. Yes. Oh, it is quite thick. I can feel it.
Yeah.
So is this the only type of syrup they would use?
No, and commercially, we also have a lot of different types of syrups, such as a high fructose corn syrup, brown rice syrup, which helps to contribute the binding effect, and also the sweetness of the product.
But why not just use like natural sugar or something like honey or...
Well, honey is a very high cost.
Ah, okay.
These sugar syrups actually are very low cost alternatives. And we'll add in the other ingredients, such as the monk fruit sugar. So this is actually made from lohanpo, which they translate to monk fruit.
It looks just like sugar.
But it doesn't break down into calories.
I'm going to taste a bit. Is
body.
it really... a bit less sweet than sugar.
Yes.
So other than these sweeteners, what else do commercial protein bars normally use?
They'll use things like sorbitol or xylitol, which are sugar alcohols, which are very common sweeteners on the market.
Is it just for taste or is it also a binding agent?
It's mainly for taste. Sugar alcohols actually can become a laxative, so you should not be having too much.
It's not the same as drinking sugar and alcohol at the same time. Okay,
No.
that's not sugar. Just to bear in mind.
And basically the oil keep everything looking nice. The pectin, which we will add now.
Okay.
And also the glucose syrup. So the lecithin.
What is lecithin?
So it's actually an emulsifier. It helps to prevent the oil and the water from splitting within the product. So you don't get a separation where you get a layer of oil covering the product. So this helps to stabilize it further and makes it more suitable for packaging. Basically, vanilla flavor gives you the flavoring. So as we combine it, you can see it all starts to come together.
Ah, okay. Okay, a bit more. Wow. Yeah, you do need a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. So once you've got everything mixed up together, it's actually ready to be set in mold. And let it set. Okay, so it's already set. Yep. So our final step will be to melt the chocolate to put on top.
Okay, the best part. Ooh.
You can do it any way you like.
Why do so many bars use chocolate?
Well, it's actually a very good and popular flavor.
Chocolate just makes everything look good.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
A quick snack that would hit the spot.
Yeah.
Yummy. Yeah, so I gotta admit I'm a bit surprised, but I finally realized now why we need all these different ingredients, these sugars, these additives, flavoring to make the protein bar, to make it taste that good.
Yes, so all these are necessary ingredients in the product.
So I've created a protein bar from scratch, but I'm still wondering, how does eating a protein bar compare to foods we know? I bring my question to Dr. Nenad Namovsky, who studies how certain protein-rich foods affect mental and cardiovascular health.
So actually, I'm surprised there's so many ingredients in a protein bar. If I ask you to break it down, what is the percentage of each ingredient in this bar?
Based on the research of top few protein bars that are available in Singapore, sugars and sweeteners, they account for about 15 to 30% of the overall protein bar.
Okay.
That is then followed up by fats and oils. It goes down to 10 to 20%. Chocolate coating is anywhere 10 to 30%. And that varies quite a lot. So some of them, they would have the chocolate coating or chocolate chips inserted in them. The fibers and the bulking agents is anywhere from 5 to 10%, and then followed up by the humectants, emulsifiers, and flavorings, all ranging from less than 2% all the way up to 10%, depending on the protein bar itself. There is only one thing left on the stickers, and that is the protein. That can be anything from 25 to 40%.
Right. I guess the more some of them position themselves as a high protein bar, then they'll put more protein.
That's right. So some of them can actually go around the 30% for the protein source.
But I am surprised to see that the amount of sugars and the amount of protein are almost the same.
But in some of the cases, you're actually going to find a protein bar that have a sugar being listed first,
Right.
which means that they have got more sugar in the protein bar themselves.
Looking at this, I'm wondering, the amount of sugar and sweetness in here, how does it compare to like a donut?
Well, it's a very comparative. So basically, you will have pretty much the same amount of sugar that you're going to find in a donut.
Okay, so it's like I'm eating a donut with some protein in it. That's the only difference.
That is exactly right.
So I've learned that a protein bar is typically made up of 15 to 30% of sugars and sweeteners, 10 to 20% of fats and oils, 10 to 30% of chocolate coating, 5 to 10% of fibers and bulking agents, 3 to 10% of humectants, less than 2% of emulsifiers and stabilizers, less than 2% of flavorings and additives, and only 25 to 40% of protein. That's about 15 to 24 grams of protein in a standard 60-gram protein bar.
Take 20 grams of protein in a typical protein bar. Now, it's equivalent to 75 to 100 grams of cooked chicken breasts, 3 large whole eggs, a bowl of soto ayam, or a plate of Hainanese steamed chicken rice. And in terms of sugars, as protein bars typically have 5 grams of sugar, which is roughly the same as 1 teaspoon of honey, 1.5 tablespoons of ketchup, 3 to 4 tablespoons of smooth peanut butter. And when it comes to fats, an average of 7 grams of fats is equivalent to slightly less than 1 tablespoon of butter, 50 to 80 grams of avocado, a half tablespoon of oil. Finally, there is 3 to 4 grams of saturated fats, which is equivalent to 2 to 3 cooked slices of bacon, 1 medium serving of fast food fries, or 1 chocolate bar.
What if there's another way to pack in your protein in a bar with fewer ingredients?
Today I'm going to show you a protein that's pretty much special. Can you have a guess?
Wait a minute.
How does it smell like?
Smells a bit...
After understanding just how many ingredients go into making a protein bar, I wonder if there's a different way to boost the protein content using fewer chemical ingredients.
As you see, there's a spread of ingredients over here. Yeah, can you recognize some of them?
Sunflower seeds, looks like chocolate, yeah?
Yeah, dark
The
chocolate.
rest, I'm not so sure.
There is also flaxseed, cashew nuts, chia seeds, some coconut, dried banana.
Oh.
And then you have pop rice, pumpkin seeds, and then the stabilizer. So the stabilizer helps with prolonging the shelf life.
So everything else is natural except for this. And how would these protein bars compare to other commercially available protein bars?
So the difference, as you can see, what we use as our ingredients are pretty like nuts, seeds, you know, without any sugars, or we use honey as our sweetener. Whereas for protein bars in the market, they have long lists of ingredients just to make it more chewy, more sweet, but they are artificial sweeteners for prolonging the shelf life and all that. That's why we wanted to create a protein bar where the ingredients are all recognizable. So today I'm going to show you a protein that's pretty much special. You can give it a whiff.
Oh, okay. It looks just like, yeah, brown.
Can you have a guess what do you think it's made out of?
Wait a minute. It smells a bit... Yeah, I'm not sure. I want to say like an insect. Let me... Am I right? This is...
Yes, you are right. So this is roasted crickets.
Crickets.
Yep.
Do these crickets provide more protein than other kinds of protein?
It's not more protein than your isolate whey's, but it's minimally processed. All you need to do is just mill the crickets itself and then you get high protein powder. Whereas for whey protein, you need to process them to extract out the whey, and then that's how you get the high 90% protein content.
The protein is all coming naturally from the cricket.
Correct, exactly. We're gonna use around 25% of the makeup to be cricket protein.
All right, let's get to it. So what do we do?
First step, we're gonna...
You're adding the...
honey. Next, you can help me add in the chocolate, dark chocolate. Correct.
Yum.
We're gonna put it into the microwave for a while to let it melt a bit. As we're melting, we can add in the cricket powder, the banana peel, pop rice. Then you can just fill up the mold.
So the all-important thing is the taste test. I mean, these actually look quite good. I've added some special ingredients. It's got a full-on insect.
So we're gonna put it in for about 1 hour. Let it just slow bake. All right, done.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Let me just scoop it on the plate. This is the one with my crickets on it. Okay, here we go. That's quite tasty. I can't taste the cricket at all. How does it compare with other protein bars in terms of the amount of protein?
So in the market right now, the amount of protein found in commercial protein bar is about 30%. For our cricket protein bar over here, you have slightly less at about 25-26%.
Oh.
There are certain limiting factors for cricket powder. Too much of it can make the whole recipe dry.
What's the pros and cons of, having it all natural?
So in cricket protein specifically, there are also other benefits like it being a source of vitamin B12, calcium, iron, and fiber because it is actually made out of chitin. That is somewhat acts like a prebiotic fiber that's good for your gut health. Whereas the other protein bars, usually they're added.
Again, during the processing stage, they are added in to up the level. Whereas this one is all natural.
Yes.
You said they add additives to obviously make the product last longer.
Correct.
This will not last as long.
For our formulation, we managed to come up to about 1 year shelf life. But if we add more preservative, definitely I can increase the shelf life maybe up to 2 years, which is very desirable in the commercial setting.
So the disadvantage of having something so natural is it may not last as long on the shelf.
Correct.
So a protein bar can be made with more natural ingredients. I want to find out if the claims made by commercial protein bars are true. Senior dietitian Louis Yap has been working with patients on sports nutrition and lifestyle changes for the past 11 years.
So I've got a few questions to ask you with regards to a protein bar. So if you can help me answer true or false.
All right.
First one, protein bars are high in protein.
So I think this is definitely going to be true. Protein bars are definitely high in protein because of the labels, and they have to follow certain regulations by Health Promotion Board.
Right.
We are looking at least 10 grams of protein per product, or at least protein contributing about 20% of the total calories.
So protein bars have low or no added sugar.
This claim is true, but nevertheless, we still want to read the labels of the nutritional information panel. It's because some of the food, they may have extra ingredients such as dried fruits that could have a lot of sugar content in the product itself.
When you say low in sugar, what's ideally a good amount to look at?
We could consider it as less than 5 grams per 100 gram. That's again from the Health Promotion Board's nutritional label guidelines.
The thing is, with some of those who say they have low or no added sugar, they have stevia, artificial sweeteners. I mean, is that the same thing?
Definitely not the same thing. Still, in terms of the studies, it's already been recommending that we shouldn't be taking too much artificial sweeteners because of higher cancer risk.
So we shouldn't be having too much of the real sugar, but also not too much of the
fake sugar.
Fake sugar. Next one. Protein bars are loaded with energy.
I would say this claim is also true.
Yeah.
Most protein bars would have some level of energy.
And this energy I get, how long does it last?
It could give you a short burst between once you had it in 30 minutes or in an hour's time, you get that form of sugar energy rush for people who are doing a very high intense exercise over 2 hours.
Protein bars help in muscle recovery.
So this statement definitely true. Proteins are the building blocks to muscle recovery, and especially from post-workouts. But question is, do we really need a protein bar for muscle recovery? If you've got some time off to grab a good breakfast or lunch, why not do that?
So is a protein bar healthier than chips, fried food, or donuts? Yes. A typical protein bar has 10 to 20 grams of protein, which is far more than what you get from, say, a bag of potato chips. It can also have more fiber, but that doesn't automatically make it a health food, as many may still contain quite a bit of sugar, similar amounts of fat, and a long list of processed ingredients just to hold the bar together. So, while a protein bar can be a convenient protein boost, it's best seen as a snack and not a substitute for a proper meal.